Hello from the Busy Needle. Today I thought I'd show you what I'm up to at my craft table. First off, let me show you this. This is a quilt block that I've been working on. I've got 30 of these made and they're scrappy. They're all different. This is awesome fabric from Andover. It's Little House on the Prairie fabric. And this is what I call Farmer's Daughter. Some of you may call this Sister's Choice. It's just one of those blocks that has different names. And I want to show you what I've got into making these blocks. First of all, this fabric I ordered, I just love it because I love Little House on the Prairie, as all girls did from my generation. I love the books and I love the TV program that came on every Monday night. But the fabric I got was pre-cut, and I have not done a lot with pre-cuts. Mostly I used yardage. Here's an example. It was what we call a jelly roll. That's what it come in, so it's 2.5 inches. And this pattern, as you know, if you quilt much, is made up of 25 2.5-inch blocks, 8 of which are half square triangles. Now, if you're an experienced quilter, you know when you make half square triangles, you need to cut, if you want it to come out 2.5, you should cut it 2 7/8. Well, that wasn't an option for me with this jelly roll problem I had, because they're 2.5 and that's all I could do. So the only way I could get a half square triangle to come out 2.5 was to cut it in 2.5-inch blocks. Let me show you the right side here, 2.5-inch blocks, and sew it halfway down. Press it open. The other part would just be waste or throw away. So after I made 1 or 2, that started to disturb me a little, because I've been raised by some very thrifty quilters. My mom, especially my grandmother, who literally made hundreds of quilts in her lifetime and probably never bought a piece of fabric for a quilt. Everything she had was what she had or what was left over from her household sewing. So when I was doing that, keep in mind you're making 8 of these for each one of these blocks. 8. And that means you sew down half and you throw away the other half. So then I thought, okay, I took my half-inch ruler that I used to mark for these, and I marked it down the half. And then I went ahead and made a mark over here on the other side. So when I did that, when I made my half square triangles, again 8 for every block, I had this left over. And this is, I'm trying to work with one hand, I'm sorry folks, this is the 2 pieces that was left over that makes a really tiny half square triangle. So I kept keeping, sewing those together and putting them aside, and I ended up with a bowl full. Because keep in mind, I made 30 blocks for this quilt. So what I've got in mind, 30 times 8 comes out to be 240 of these little things. So let me clear this away. I'll show you what I've decided to do. So that rocked on for a while, because it took me a while to get these pieces together. I thought, okay, I can do something for my cornerstones. Remember, you have sashing that goes down beside your blocks sometimes, the way you set them. Then you'll need a cornerstone to go in here. So I took one of my rulers. It could be any one, but I have this little 2.5-inch one I picked up, which is really handy. And I cut them down to 1.5 inches. So here's 2 more I'll need to cut down to go here. Here's 4 over here in the blues. Another one that I made up is blue. And put them together in this cute little pinwheel. So then, using basic piecing techniques, sew them together with a 1/4-inch seam, press opposite and sew them together. I end up with this cute little, I'm going to have some cute little pinwheels. Now raw, these are 2.5 inches, which is perfect, because my sashing I plan on making 2.5, and then these are going to be my cornerstones. And I didn't have to buy any more fabric. I didn't have to throw that away. These will coordinate perfectly with my blocks. Of course, I'll spread them out to get them all spread out so they're have all different colors. It might look better if I put a darker one beside this red. Okay. And I plan on using a dark red sashing on this. And even with this, I'll still have some more of this fabric left, and I'll have to figure out what else I can do with that later. Maybe I can put pinwheels in another quilt at another time. So that's just what I'm up to today, and it's one way I'm just using things up so I don't have to buy more fabric or cut into more. And it worked out handy because it coordinates with my block. So I hope you all have a great day today, and God bless.